of all the fucking boys I run into at fucking SummerSlam backstage, I run into Cross.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we actually, like, we're getting ready to pass each other, and we both stop and turn. I hadn't seen him in a while, and I just said, I basically said, "Way to go! Like, you fucking made him push you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you fucking got yourself over. Way to go." He said, "Just doing the best I can, man."
He's a real nice
Yeah, and
guy.
then fucking
Call him a kid.
a
It's an
week
old
a
man
week
thing to
later,
do.
he's fucking let go. I was just like, "Oh boy."
Well, hold on. I think it's just they offered him a contract. I need to ask you about this as a veteran. So they offer him a contract. He says to them, um, "This number that's here. What's the foundation? What's the justification on this number?" According to him, he just asked for some information, and they said nothing. They said you have 24 hours to sign it, and in the 24 after the 24 hours, he said, "Well, do you have those numbers for me that I asked you about that substantiate this number?" And they said no, and they rescinded the contract.
You also have his wife too.
His wife's was contingent on him signing. They're not going to sign her if he goes. So, and I mean, they need him. They don't need her.
Oh,
She's,
she's pretty fucking talented.
I didn't say that. I said, what, you going to sign her and give her her money and then he leaves? How would that work? They can't do that. So they need
Uh,
him first and
well,
then they would attach her to it. It's just business. Now, do you have the right, you being Karrion Kross now, I'm sorry, should you question the number? If the number was bad, you should probably just say no to it, right? If you question the
but
number
if
and they're
you're,
playing hardball, you lose the spot.
you can't. Number one, if there's a 24-hour, if you're negotiating with a gun to your head, that's you're not negotiating. So it's take it or leave it, and I'm sure that he thought like, wow, like this wasn't what I thought I would get. Because I guess he cut a promo. I didn't get a chance to see it, but he cut a promo on Sunday night, and it was trending. And you know, it's almost Zack Ryder did that. Zack Ryder got himself over, and he's king of the Indies now, and he's never been asked back. I don't think that I don't think that they particularly want you to book your own shit. It's like it's the whole uh, basis of NXT. NXT takes somebody off the street, they put them in the performance center, and they teach them the WWE way. And then you learn that, then you go to NXT and they teach you the WWE way. And then you go to the big show once you've honed the WWE way. So if you're against the grain, sometimes that doesn't work for them creatively because the way they want to take anybody that watched Unreal sees how it's 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 a very short. I didn't see too many times in that room where they would be like, okay, well, yeah, let's just sit on that idea and let's come back to it and let's go to this next match.
Kev, that series. If I watched this,
Yeah,
um, all on the level, how much is being
it
worked for
felt
the camera a little bit?
it felt pretty real to me.
Okay. Okay.
If there was anything, it was edited to make it a little edgier. Because I'm sure there was a lot more downtime than that.
But someone.
I tell you one thing it did for me is I never had a God. I'm going to use my tagline. I never had a
No
problem with
problem with it.
punk.
Punk.
No,
Right.
I didn't because when we were put together, I was told by Vince to not fucking like I wasn't allowed to talk, so I was going to get blistered on the mic, and then we ended up at never wrestling anyway. And then you know I was gone. We were both gone before I fucking I think before I came back.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but anyway, like I thought that they did a really good job on that of showing kind of who Phil is and how much the business means to him and this run meant to him, and it made him a very likable character.
Okay.
I thought that was I didn't feel like that was a work.
If you made an offer to someone and they said, "Please justify the numbers for your offer," and you're WWE, um, would you do it? Would you go? How protracted? Now you're the company side now. How protracted would you make this negotiation?
I don't know exactly what the I got. So if your downside's 250 and he was making four, and they're cutting his money, but he's definitely gotten himself more over with the crowd.
Are these actual numbers, or you're
I'm
just
just
spitballing here?
yeah, I'm
All right.
absolutely just for the sake
Okay.
of argument. So let's just he's offered 500
Okay.
and he was making 750. But I know what the fucking pay scale is there, so there's very few like there's a top echelon that are making seven figures, and then everybody else is four to two, 250 to 500.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much from what I've from well when I went through the books when I taped the fucking the door the last time I was in the office. So, but if you're cut 30%, but you're getting more over, and you're like,
More opportunity for.
but I'm sure they're saying, hey, like we're like showing a loss on paper, which WCW always did because their number one form of revenue was being funneled to Turner Home Entertainment. And this is right after you sign a $1.6 billion deal with ESPN. Like so you're getting your money cut, and there's another bucket with $1 billion, $1.5 billion coming in. You wouldn't say like I don't mean to point this out, but seems like the revenue streams are continually. I mean, we just had 115,000 people at SummerSlam, and last year we had 56.
But has anyone said that the offer was for less?
Well, fuck,
I don't know that it was.
why would you, if the offer was more
Well,
than you're
maybe it wasn't
getting,
as much as he thought he was worth.
well, then that's your problem. If you're arguing over over a raise,
No, I think he was saying, "Oh, you're bumping me. I'm going to use round numbers, 250 here. What's the justification for it not being five?"
because we're not gonna, we don't see you fucking.
And that's my question. How do you answer that if a talent asks
Well,
you to justify your offer?
you tell them you got take it or you tell them take it or leave it.
Which they kind of did.
Right.
So I guess as of this moment, their contracts, Scarlett and his,
I
have
read her
expired.
tweet.
Yeah,
Her
she said
tweet
she's
was
done.
yeah.
Sounded pretty final. His kind of still sound, reading his quotes on these websites, in these interviews he's been doing, it sounds like it's a little more up in the air, a little more nebulous than her, who kind of said she's done with WWE. But listen, for the right money, you maybe you wouldn't be done with WWE. Who knows?
I you know, I don't know I don't know enough about the specifics. I don't know enough about. I don't know if they're doing like across the fucking board, where when people are coming up, they're chipping it down.
I don't know. Has there been talk at the corporate level about them
I don't know.
reducing
I
payroll?
mean, um, so let me ask Wes a question. Wes, is the money still as good in AEW, or is that um I didn't see it, Wes.
He said money's very good in AEW for top guys.
Okay, so I don't know. I mean, it's a fucking shit business, man.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that um I tell people this all the time. It's not like when you go in to fucking negotiate your money, you're like, name somebody else on the fucking roster that's throwing 235-mile-an-hour curveball. It's not like that. You know, it's fucking it's the exact fucking thing we talked about earlier in the show. We can't match that money. We'll just make another one of you. And even though they can't, fuck it. They're just not going to fucking. They're never going to cave to the talent.
But in the bigger sense, though, with WWE being the 500-pound gorilla in the business, it's not like going across the street was 30 years ago. Where you go? There's AEW, there's TNA, and then there's everything else. So whatever that money was that he was asking them to justify, seems it would be more than he'd get elsewhere, unless possibly AEW. I don't know. We're hearing the
Well,
money's good there, so
yeah, the AW money's good, and she's a beautiful girl, and I heard she's a good worker. I haven't really seen her work that much, and she sings the that vocal track on their she can sing her ass off.
right.
So she's multi talented too, and she's one of the most strikingly attractive women on their show. So it's like, and he's got a fucking like a very different kind of cool. I mean, he's very different than their normal guy. So
Where is Don Callis right now? Because there was that whole harassment thing with him and Scarlett from TNA, and someone feel pipe in. You don't have to type it. Just is all right. So it's innuendo. So there's not been anything formal. It's just been
There's no
out.
public. There's never been anything public with their names in it, but through interviews and statements that she's made, people are pretty fans are pretty adamant that's what it was about. And with Callis being as big in AEW as he is right now, then
Right.
and
So she
Cross saying he hasn't heard from AEW. Typically, the way Cross is trending, you would think Tony Khan would reach out to him if he were a free agent, just for the popularity. But
But if there's any truth, is it could be rooted in the fact that she,
if she has issues with Callis, I doubt she would
right,
even
right,
consider it.
right.
But again,
So
that's all
so
speculation.
what is the innuendo? What
Just that there were she said there
he
was there were allegations of sexual harassment for contract extensions or for
favors
in,
for contracts.
NDAs back when they were
Yeah.
in TNA and Callis was there in a management role. And people put two and two together that she was talking about Don Callis. But that's not confirmed. That is all just rumor and speculation.
Right.
But given Callis's current spot in AEW, that may be the reason why they're not considering going there.
That completely explains why I really don't know Callis, but he keeps sending me dick pics. So that completely fucking
See, well, I mean, clearly your contract's coming due, and
yeah.
you know,
So
you're
this
gonna have to do the job.
Oh, I think I might pull the Windy Rick there. Don't do the job, Bubba.